Howdy, friends. Wayne with the 5 Minute Music Series. And today we're speaking with a new friend. This is Colin Boutwell. He's out of Austin, Texas, and he just recently won the Kyle Park Songwriting Contest. So, Colin, how you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
All right. Hey, now I understand you're from Massachusetts. How'd you end up in Austin?
Yeah, I born and raised in a small town up there, and I moved down to Austin about just over 5 years ago to try to get my feet wet in the music scene down here. And so far, so good. I love living in Texas and love playing music down here.
So you've got, are you a single artist? I know you've got a trio, but do you also do single shows?
Yeah, I do a lot, mostly solo shows. The last after the COVID thing, we weren't doing any shows, and been doing a lot lately in the last month or so with the trio. A lot of outdoor venues like wineries out in Fredericksburg and
Okay.
Gotham City area.
Yeah, it's really nice that the vineyards, especially out like Fredericksburg and Kerrville and out in that area, still have live music. So, if folks, if you really want it bad enough, you drive out there for the weekend and have a great time and some great wine
Yeah.
and really enjoy the beauty. The temperatures now are just getting great, so it's a really nice little weekend trip out there to Kerrville and Fredericksburg in that general area. In fact, I was there about 3 weeks ago. Tell me about the song that you wrote. It's called Something's Wrong with My Radio.
Yeah. Yeah. So I wrote this, boy, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, I think. And just getting kind of frustrated with mainstream radio playing, the same 12 songs
Yeah.
every hour, uh, and not really paying tribute to any of the artists that paved the way for these new artists.
Sure.
Kind of forgetting where you're coming from, kind of deal. So I kind of got that line in my head, something's wrong with my radio. And I was like, okay, I think I can roll with this. I think I might be able to make a song out of it.
It really is something like in country music when George Strait can't get played on the radio,
Yeah.
something that is wrong. So you got a chance to meet Kyle. Had you met him prior to the contest?
Nope. I was in contact with some people in his camp, and they asked if I knew of a venue, preferably with an outdoor stage that we could, film a video on. So there's a little bar that I used to play at on Sundays, and I talked to the owner, and he said, "Yeah, come on down." And so I met Kyle down there, and did a couple takes of the song, and until we thought we had something we could work with, and then he hung around for a while, and we were just kind of talking about the business.
Whenever I bring one of my friends over to see him, we usually get on the bus and sit down and talk for a few minutes, and he's always really good about telling the new artist, the best way to do something. I'll never forget. He said it's always about the song, though. You can remember that it's always about the song. So why don't you pick up your guitar and
Yeah.
give us a treat with the new song that you got to write for Kyle Park's contest, and it's called "Something's Wrong with My Radio."
Get into my truck, just drive around. Get in and turn the key and push the pedal down. But something just ain't right. It happens every time. Took it to the shop, but the shop says it's fine. But something's wrong with my radio. It won't play Haggard and it won't play Jones. I'll be damned if I hear Patsy Cline, Eddie Arnold, or some Charlie Pride. I scan my stations and I punch my dash. That all that got me was some Johnny Cash. So I sing, give my love to Rose. Something's wrong with my radio. down on the porch. The sun is sinking low. Grab myself a beer, turn up the silver tone. But just like my truck, the music just won't play. All I want is something from the older days. Well, something's wrong with my radio. It won't play Haggard and it won't play Jones. I'll be damned if I hear Patsy Cline, Eddie Arnold, or some Charlie Pride. I scanned my stations and I drained my glass, but all that got me was some Johnny Cash. So I sing, give my love to Rose. Something's wrong with my radio. Something's wrong with my radio. Won't play Haggard and it won't play Jones. I'll be damned if I hear Patsy Cline, Eddie Arnold, or some Charlie Pride. I scanned my stations and I drained my glass, and all that got me was some Johnny Cash. So I sing, give my love to Rose. Something's wrong with my radio. So I sing, give my love to Rose. Something's wrong with my radio.
You're right. Something is wrong with your radio.
Well, I know down in Texas, I mean, compared to like the New England radio stations, you guys are playing a lot more like traditional,
Yeah.
you know, the older traditional country down here, which was a nice change of pace, you know, when I moved down here.
Yeah. So how can people get hold of you and your schedule? What's your social information?
Colin Boutwell. .com. You can go on there. All my social links are on there as well. It's just Colin Boutwell for everything: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and then of course, you know, I'm up on Spotify and Apple Music and wherever people are streaming music from these days. My calendar's on my website. Everything else.
So is Kyle going to be taking you out on the road?
I don't know. I think I might have to give him a call and see if he's got a room on the bus.
I think it'd be a great idea. He's opening for Aaron Watson tonight, so maybe one of these days we'll get you up on the stage to open up for him.
We'll see.
All right. Well, Colin, thanks so much for sticking with us for a few minutes in the 5-minute music series, and I guess we'll see you out on the road. Okay.
Sounds good. Thanks for
having me. All right. Talk to you soon.